What is up, everyone? This is Too Slow. This is going to be a new video series that I'm going to try and do every now and then. Obviously it's not going to happen a lot because I got to own the car for a good while, but I'm going to be talking about my dad's 2003 Toyota Matrix. This Matrix, wow, it's probably one of the most reliable vehicle my family has ever owned. Second to the Corolla 8th generation. I really like those Corollas, but those Corollas were notorious for burning oil, and as you can see in this picture, this is my dad's old 2001 Toyota Corolla S. You see the bumper and the trunk just covered in soot from the oil just burning away, and that's one of the reasons why he bought this 2003 Matrix, to kind of replace this car, because we knew it was going to go out already. And you can see the Matrix in the background right there. The Toyota Matrix is a really cheap and affordable car to get into, though. You can get them from $1,500 to $5,000 depending on the condition, model year, and mileage of the vehicle itself. I believe my dad got his for $5,000 and it had roughly around 165,000 miles. But his was a really nice example of clean, but unfortunately my whole family was using it to like haul stuff, take stuff, carry stuff around, and it did get dirty and paint scratches and parking lot dings and just wear and tear basically. But it's just a practical car to own and have. You can fit 5 grown adults in this Matrix and they will all be fine, no complaining whatsoever till the destination. This car may appear to be big, but once you get near it, it's actually really small. You compare this to the Honda Fit, and the Honda Fit actually looks a little bit bigger than this. The only upgrade I've done to this Matrix is install the XRS 17-inch wheels. This is a pre-facelift model with the fog lights in the center and the valence is not permanently attached to the front bumper itself. Maintenance on the Matrix is actually really easy, and pretty much anyone can get into this car and not have any issues doing at least an oil change. Underneath the hood of the Matrix, you can notice that everything is readily accessible to you, like the oil dipstick right here. And then we move on to the automatic transmission fluid dipstick, all within range. You don't have to go crawling in to get these dipsticks out. This is a plastic engine cover off a Toyota Celica that I had laying around and that I just quickly slapped on the Matrix 1ZZ. I like to tell people that it's actually really hard to destroy this engine. I abused the crap out of my old 01 and I got that thing all the way to 300,000 miles. So the only setbacks that I had with this Matrix were roughly at around 180,000 miles. The radiator actually had a small leak, and so I had to get the whole radiator replaced, which is actually really easy to do. It's not even that hard. And it had a really tiny leak, but it was noticeable after driving the car during the summertime. And also the starter gave out like around the same time, but lucky me, I had a starter off a 2001 Toyota Corolla that I was able to install on this Matrix, and it all worked out very well. Very easy to access. All I had to do was remove the radiator fan and right there it was at my disposal. Getting to your engine's air filter is actually really easy and simple. All you have are these 2 clips that you pull out and you'll have access to your air filter. And when we move along to the left side of the engine, we have our windshield washer reservoir right there and our power steering fluid reservoir as well. The alternator's right there, very easy to get to if in case you need to replace it. There's a lot of workspace inside the engine bay for the Toyota Matrix. You have easy access to your serpentine belt, your water pump, and any other pulley. Even though this Matrix is 17 years old, it still looks decently good for what it is. This is one of my favorite features of the Toyota Matrix. You can pull this up and the seat will completely fold down. Same with the other side. They both fold down and you can put them back up very easy with no effort whatsoever. And in the commercial, I love the commercial. I'm gonna try and see if I can get it, but the guy folds the seat down, the front seat down, and he uses that as like a desk for his laptop and then his lunch. And as you can see, I'm getting in there, and it's actually a really nice desk for when you're on the go and just you're a student, and this is a really good car for a college student actually. I'm 6'3" and the seat is reclined back a bit, and I have enough leg room to enjoy a long trip. This is actually not uncomfortable, and look at that, I have enough leg room for at least to move my legs. And the same with the interior, or same with the seats in the front. They have a lot of leg room. These things have leg room to spare, man. That's what I love about this car. You're not cramped, and also the sunroof. This car has a sunroof. I like him. This is a 4-speed automatic transmission. It is also offered in a 5-speed manual, or if you have the XRS trim, it is also a 6-speed manual transmission. Unfortunately, this is the XR1ZZFE, so oh well, I'll live with what I have. And tell me of another car in 2003 that had this feature inside, like a whole household plug, 115 volts, enough to charge your laptop or your other electronic accessories that you got. Another cool feature that I like about the Matrix is the ability to open the glass without opening the whole hatch. That way you could quickly load and unload items like disinfecting wipes. That's hot right now, isn't it? Oh my god, Sebastian, look at your farmer's tan. Jeez, go out in the sun, boy. And yeah, you could also open the back hatch. Presto. Don't mind the mess in the back. Like, this is my work vehicle. I use this to load and unload engines and transmissions. Like, you guys see my Instagram stories, right? Unfortunately, Toyota did remove the glass opening feature from the 2nd gen Matrix. Check out those super rare storage compartments for the back of the Matrix. Don't DM me about, not for sale. So another issue I had around 200,000 miles was the leaking power steering pump, and the fluid will actually fall on the control arm rubber, and it will actually break down the rubber because it will soften it, and it will actually start clunking really bad. So one thing I did was I replaced the O-ring on the power steering pump, because that's where one of the spots where it will actually leak the fluid from.
Put some fluid in. They want you to use Dextron type ATF transmission fluid. Okay, so we're gonna add the transmission fluid to the reservoir of the power steering. That seems odd, but it is what it calls for.
And this is what actually would happen to my Matrix whenever I would drive it. Every time I would brake or take off, the wheel would actually jerk, and it would cause my steering wheel to move left. And it was actually really scary at points, because, you know, you're driving at a high speed and it's just clunking around and making noise, and you don't feel like you're in control of the vehicle at times. So what happens is the fluid from the power steering pump will fall on the rubber, and it will break it down. And you'll see right now, like, this is exactly how mine was. So in the span of 4 years of owning this car, all I had to do to it was a leaking radiator at around 180,000 miles, a non-functioning starter at around same mileage, like around 185-ish. And as I said, I got one off a 98 to 2002 Toyota Corolla, and it will work perfectly fine on the Toyota Matrix. Haven't had any issues ever since then. And then the control arm situation, I had to figure that one out really good, because I didn't know what it was. So I had to go online, and luckily I found this guy's video, which was actually really helpful. And so I did the research, and I found out that the issue is the power steering pump fluid will actually drop on the rubber piece, and it will break it down. So it will soften it, break it down, and then it's at one point it's just going to be clunking around really bad. So those were all easy fixes. It's stuff you can easily go on YouTube and do a DIY about it. You don't have to pay a mechanic to go spend a crap ton of money to get these things fixed. So is the Matrix a really good starter car? Yes, absolutely. I would highly recommend this car to anyone who is a first-time car buyer and looking to get into something that's not going to break down as easy, or it's not going to leave you stranded with like a raw knock or busted transmission. This is a really good first car. I highly recommend it. We first got the '05 that my sister actually drives. This is hers, and we got this at 69,000 miles, and she's put about 180,000 miles on it. Really reliable car. This is mine actually. I only owned it for like 3 months because I actually bought it just to make a quick flip, and these cars actually do get a good resale value because of what they are, and these things are haul monsters, man. Look at this, all full-size arcade machine in the back of the Matrix. It fits, yeah, but I had to leave the glass open, but look at that, it fits back there. This thing hauled an entire arcade machine. What other vehicle does that this size? Look at that. Street Fighter 4 actually. So if you guys like this type of video, I can do this for all my other cars that I've owned in the past. Just let me know in the comments down below, or ideas for the channel. I don't know. If you guys like this stuff, let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell notification button, share this video, and thank you guys for watching.